on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Trying the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Red pass hits complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Quickly complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen them. The snap to the up man, they'll fake it. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning.
You're just trying to change the ebb and flow of the game. You're trying to get some of this momentum back, so you go fake punt, and you can't get it executed. It just backfires in their face.
First down here for the offense. To the ground with the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Buckeyes get enough to move the chains.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. dive into the playbook here on offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carry.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
On second down, they'll take to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. And they get him down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got him downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Roll that offense back out there. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Sayin. On target. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a spot in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
He'll just keep slinging it. Got his man down the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got it behind the line. It's Wicks. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
From the red zone, it's Leon. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Absolute shank. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Ohio State 7, LSU 0.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Iowa is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Niall Kinnick among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 4 to Western Michigan. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Second down. That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied 7-7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for space. It's Leon. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. It's complete on the right side. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
They'll go to the ground, and he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Bulls his way forward. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and then bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. He's right on target. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. The big fullback's got it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. If they thought it would fool them to give it to the fullback, that was not the case.
Yeah, give this defense credit. They obviously watched a lot of film this week, and they knew there were a lot of different guys offensively that could touch the football, including the fullback, but he had no room to go there.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Fires one high and deep. He makes a grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. The receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
What a tremendous job in coverage by that DB. He just stayed in the receiver's hip pocket, then able to locate the football and swat it away.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. To the air, it's Sayin. Makes the grab over the middle. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. They keep attacking through the air. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. Quarterback checking off. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Caught over the middle. It's Banks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. He lofts one down the sideline. He caught it. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. LSU quick to the line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Running back searching for a hole. Touchdown Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players.
And the ball is intercepted. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. No step back at week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Western Kentucky is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These toppers have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ball State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, LSU. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Finds his tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Leon. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Line getting set on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Banks. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And
it's picked off for the third time today. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Fair catch, called for and made. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
that's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Finds his man. It's Leon. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best player.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Good quickness to grab it off the balance. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Man, that is a big play offensively to make that catch off the deflection because it gives them the first down. It keeps the chains moving. Remember, they're in their own end of the field here. If they don't make that play, they've got a punt, and they've set their opponent up with great field position.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
They'll leave it with him. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Green. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield. And some defense has been all over him. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Tigers have their offense in high gear. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal.
Razor. Here we go. Logger.
The play action fake. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Defense in press coverage. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Here's the handoff. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, LSU 42, Ohio State 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. The 40. The 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. No chance he's taking a knee. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Fine play action. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown LSU. And the route is on. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Got him down quickly after the pick, but man, do you have to take care of the ball down here, and they didn't. They'll mark it at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42, Spider. Ready, go.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming.
Looking for a crease to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the down.
He's going to pass. Snags it. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll run the quarterback sneak.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
The Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great game.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Ohio State, 14.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week. And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.